Alright, welcome back to more Digimon Survive. This is going to be the last playthrough. We are doing the true ending, truthful ending, however you want to say it. So yeah, let's go ahead and load it up. We're also going to do Mugen Recollection while we're at it. We have a couple things to catch, and I think we can do that through Mugen Recollection, but I'm not sure. You notice that this is over double the parts projected than the previous playthroughs, and that's just because number one, we're not going to be skipping text and tutorial. Well, we're going to be skipping tutorials, but not text after a certain point. Um, but yeah, basically just everything's the same up until, well, not everything's the same. I am going to make different choices in order to ensure that we actually get the truthful ending. Basically, in order to get the truthful ending, you have to ensure that nobody dies. In order to do that, you have to get Rio up to 41 affinity. That's it. That's all you got to do. Now, if you notice my previous playthroughs, I've been intentionally sinking Rio's affinity to ensure that we have the choice to get other things. Let's go away. Now, as far as affinity goes, we're going to go with Wrathful for everything, basically. That's because there's a couple of chests that we need to unlock, and the only way to do that is to go raffle. So it's that simple. Skip tutorial. Actually, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we get some. Let me just double check this guy's resistances because I think we get an advantage against the first really big new boss that we fight. There we go. Oh yeah, it gives us an advantage against him. So yeah, just go raffle for your playthrough as a truthful, which further basically invalidates doing a raffle playthrough altogether because you don't get a good, yeah, compared to a new spawn, Plutomon's not good. So you don't get a good dark evolution compared to, let's say, Bolbaldamon and Beelzemon. How much better Bolbaldamon is. Um, the only thing that raffle playthrough actually gives you that's a real leg up is an extra acceleration charge plus, which granted it's worth its weight in gold, right? So that's not anything to snort to like kick your nose up at, but still, it's only one thing out of an entire 10 something hour playthrough. So I'd feel kind of sorry for anybody who played Raffle as their very first playthrough. Granted, I did it during this string of playthroughs, but that was after I already played Moro. And I knew what I was doing. I was like, okay, I'll delete my Moro playthrough and I'll just start from Raffle. Oh yeah, you also get Celestial Blade, which is great if you're going to run Omnimon, or Omegamon, however you want to say it. Yeah. So basically, you get an extra. And grant, Celestial Blade is like the weakest of the three um, recollection skills because it doesn't go up or down any terrain. And there's a lot of times where you're just like, wow, I can't hit something that's two steps away from me because terrain is literally one step up on the terrain. All right, we have to stop them. Gets a little more affinity with Aoi. Oh, you're also gonna see all my builds. Um, or shall I wait until I'm ready to do Mugen Recollection? I'll wait until Mugen Recollection to do builds. It also helps because if you're coming out of a first playthrough, you're probably going to want to catch in order to fill out your what you call it um, library. You probably need to catch a Gardramon, a Dokugumon, which I forgot last time, and a Windgomon, which I forgot last time. I already had the Gardramon, but being Raffle helps with your alignment with those dudes because they're all viruses. Stop stick drifting. Alright. Looks like I'm gonna have to go get a new controller tomorrow. Alright. Mm-hmm. Yep. Which was a skip the prologue option. Yeah, there's not much to talk about in like the first 20 minutes of the game, unfortunately. Far right? It was definitely far right. What are you talking about? It was here. I don't know why I wasn't why I wasn't popping up. Oh well. So, I don't know. This game is interesting sometimes. I was definitely clicking on far right. Know what happened? I wish there was a slight difference in your Agumon, like based on if you were vaccine or data or virus, because they could afford to make a slight difference to it. Like maybe you get Agumon X or maybe you get Agumon 2006, that type of deal. Skip tutorial. I like how they have the. I guess they always say their attacks in English. All right, so now we're able to go into our status. Um, as far as he goes, I'm just gonna equip. Um, what you call it? Where is it? Learning, not a learning crystal. This. That's all he needs. All right, part one. 13 minutes into the game, we're actually playing the game now. But we got a couple more tutorials before we actually get to the school, unfortunately. I think that would have made my life easier if I knew them on my first playthrough. You could already use your talk. Actually, I think they told us that on your first playthrough. I just didn't know how OP Nora's movement was. Time will go up Noru. I want to start Mugen Recollection when we actually have a decent sized team. I don't think doing it off rip is going to be a good idea. Look at right. I like how my character is basically a dirty coward in this playthrough. Yep, skip tutorials. All right. Does our team at this? Oh, don't do that. Our team does include her, so we got her. Maybe we do go for Mugen Recollection, because how much do I need? Cyclonemon, not really. Kunemon, not Kunemon, what's his name? Bobamon, not really. Yeah, I think this could be alright. Let's try it out. Alright, so let's start with builds. Um, for now, I'm just going to leave Acceleration Charge on him. Alright, so she's actually kind of like my crown jewel. I didn't realize how good she was, but she's really, 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 really good. Miko, you give her enough bananas to ensure that she's your fastest Digimon. That's step one. Um, because she has a buff skill, and it's a lot easier to land if stuff hasn't moved yet. So make sure she's your fastest Digimon. Number two, Extreme Burst. So her buff increases your defenses by 2. Extreme Burst's downside decreases it by 2. So she kind of X's out her own weakness there, or the skill's weakness there. And then Fine Skill Crystal, because her only real, besides not having an attack, her only real weakness is having low MP. So, boom. Fine Skill Crystal. And yeah, she's a monster. Absolutely. For him, his main issue is survivability. So I just give him the Fine Stamina Crystal and the Stellar Aegis and call it a day. That way he doesn't get randomly one shot by a Piedmon. Ask me how I know he can get randomly one shot by a Piedmon. That's so annoying when that happened. Was it Piedmon? I forgot who it was. But it was something where I was kind of I was agitated that he got one shot. I think it was Piedmon. Anyway, it's Rafimon. All I'm gonna do is add Nightmare to him. I'm sure there's more to add, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. Because obviously we have limited amounts of things we can add. All right, for her, we're gonna add the DLC Saint Knuckles because they're 100 stronger than the. Well, actually, they're gonna be up here, right? Yeah, they're 100 stronger than regular Saint Knuckles. Same thing with Destruction Cannon DLC version. They're both 100 stronger, but they still only have the 50 SP cost. See, Saint Knuckles, if you get them normally, are only 200 effect. So 50% more power, same cost. That's just to give her a decent ability. That's light, because obviously we're going to run out of holy lights if we start distributing those around. And then her other, we're going to give Stellar Lacquerate Crystal, because she gets really, really fast when she turns into a Numismon. So we're going to make her even faster and hope that she dodges everything. Ceresmon is another monster. This is the bird version of Ceresmon, by the way. So we're going to give him Giga Crusher. So we give him Giga Crusher, and we also give him, her, Stellar Pot. Yep, Giga Crusher, Stellar Pot. Because she has an effect that raises both damage dealt and taken 2 ranks. So we try to make the most out of that. She's basically a mobile artillery, by the way. Look at her ranges for all her attacks. It's just ridiculous. He's kind of weird. So we give him Awesome Quake because he does have an effect that raises Earth attacks by 2 ranks. But we also give him Excel Charge regular. And we just hope for the best. Gallantmon, really, Nightmare's good enough. Like you could also go Destruction Cannon DLC version if you really want to. But it doesn't really cover any of Gallantmon's weak points. Because he's already attacking a line most of the time. Speaking of, you have a really good attack range, don't you? You could use, actually, I'm going to give you Destruction Cannon DLC version. Because you already have really good attack range. Yeah, that'll be a slight change to this build. Okay. Just updated the guide on that too. Alright. Metal Seedramon. So Fine Vexing Aegis. Standard for a tank. And also Antibiotic Crystal. Its only job is a tank. Plesionomon, he's an interesting one. So we're going to make him kind of like the inverse, because he comes with the inbuilt antibiotic crystal, even though he doesn't get as much defensive ranking. So we get to play around with him a little bit more. So instead, we're going to go with acceleration charge, and well, of course, fine vexing. Well, it's not going to be fine vexing. What you call it though? Fine vexing pot. So way more damage output. And I was thinking about it. Maybe we go speed too. Speed could do well as well. I'm gonna try damage though and see where that gets us. So fine vexing pot and Excel charge one, regular charge. All right, this is a really bad Digimon. They did him terribly wrong. Even his Sonic charge ability is just like questionable at best. Um, so for equipment for Saberleomon, we're going to give it our first acceleration charge plus, besides the one we put on Agumon, but that doesn't need to stick on him. And we're also going to give him Burst Flame. The reason we gave him Burst Flame is because his weakness is to wind, and yeah, basically the things that can deal wind damage are usually weak to fire. So Burst Flame's good. His attack stat, special attack are actually pretty similar, so it's not that far off. And if we want to upgrade this to Meteor Fall, we can. This is a question of what his SP looks like. Alright, Grand Qualamon. Excel Charge Plus, because the idea is with him is to not move as much as possible. So you want to basically get to an opponent and just stay there so that you can double attack them. And then on top of that, Hell Crusher. Hell Crusher is a physical attack that has a range on it, so it extends your range significantly compared to these guys. This gives you like a T, but this gives you like 3 blocks ahead of you or in any direction, which is nice. Alright, Andromon has the unfortunate, is unfortunately a ultimate, or excuse me, a perfect. So we're going to give him Fine Vexing Aegis. He can still do things, but he just has realistic shortcomings, like because he just doesn't have the stat total. So Fine Vexing Aegis and also Fine Stamina Crystal. That'll let it tank most things very well. Well, that has a downside. Really, you're comparing them against these guys. And yeah, you can tell that Metal Seedramon is just way more tanky. But its ability is based around tanking anyway. Whereas this guy has an ability that prevents sleeping confusion, which is nice. And also a special attack that has a offensive ability tied to it. So it can be more of a flexible thing, just like Plesiomon here. Alright, Rosemon. So she gets T for its protection, which raises ranks of Earth and Wind. Therefore, we automatically go for Gale Storm off rip to give her the best ability possible. And then we also go with Acceleration Charge because she's a slow mover. She only gets 3 movement. Overall, that kind of covers her because Forbidden Temptation is a line move. This is a area around her move, and this allows her to get into position a little bit better. So she's still not anywhere near as good as Ceresmon Medium because Ceresmon Medium just has a ridiculously good move, but she does do more damage per hit. It's just the question of actually hitting the enemy. Rosemont is usually like a step or two short of where she needs to be to actually hit her enemy. Alright, Piedmon, I don't really have much to give Piedmon. I just put a Stellar Pot on it last time and called it a day. His Trump Sword is just ridiculously good. Um, just keeping that in mind. I, I want to give it some type of light attack, but I'll eventually run out of those. So you just have to be mindful that you can run out of light attacks. Um, I'll put Holy Light on it for now, and if I regret it, I'll take it back later. Here's another ultimate. He doesn't have as many problems as Andromon has because his only job is to use this very well. Unfortunately, there are no megas that get this effect where you can raise water attacks 2 ranks. You can either use Ice Leomon or actually pause. There are no megas in the regular game. New Game Plus is different, but in the regular game, you don't get any megas that can use water attacks well. I, hey, Bamcon Namco, Bandai Namco has kept the same energy. Digimon World 3, water was a bad element, and same holds here. Water is just disrespected here, so um, you can use either Ice Leomon slash Pangemon, if you want to call it that, or you could use Marine Devimon. So we're going to use Marine Devimon to get the most out of Ocean Wave because it is a special type. It does have a decently high special attack, and also on top of it, we're going to use a Stellar Pot in order to really increase that damage to maximum output. Yeah. Spinomon. Okay, so off rip, I'm gonna tell you what I have done. I've increased its physical attack tremendously. I think over 100, in order to make sure that it's sorry about that. When it uses Sonic Slash Rain, it often gets reliably um, two physical attack ranks, which each rank is only 12.5%. So two would be 25%. So in order to make that useful, I increased its physical attack enough that once it gets that output, its physical attack is going to be higher than its special attack. And in order to capitalize on its physical attack being that high, of course, we're going to use Hell Crusher because Hell Crusher can hit at range. But we don't necessarily want to be at range because of its actual ability, Sword Armor, which if it gets hit by a physical attack, it what you call it, it deals damage back to the enemy. So we don't necessarily want to be at range. So in order to make sure that we get into the fray as fast as possible, we'll use Acceleration Charge plus. Alright. So we're going to use Hydro Water and Acceleration Charge on this guy. Reason is its only weakness is the fire types. Fire types tend to be weak to water, so Hydro Water is a good move here. And then where's Acceleration Charge? An Acceleration Charge actually lets it take advantage of its what you call it, between offense and defense skill. So that allows it to buff itself as it's en route to an enemy as far as the buff and its attack goes. So once it does land at Hydro Water or Giga Blaster or what have you, it's going to land a little bit harder. Unfortunately, it's all in a straight line, so It's limited, but honestly, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Plutomon is the most boring good Digimon. I don't even know how this King of Hell skill works. This passive skill, I haven't seen it work ever. I'm assuming it does work, but I haven't seen it work. Um, but yeah, this is just a really good Digimon all overall. Like, it's ridiculously strong. It moves far enough. It does everything it's supposed to do. Um, that's a really good range on an attack. Even its regular attack is magical. Like, there's nothing. Doesn't. It's just a very boring Digimon. It's so boring. It's so boring. I hate it. Um, so a Digimon can be good and still be boring. Okay, so Plutomon, I gave it Holy Light because why not? And also Stellar Pot in order to make sure that it gets the most that it possibly can out of to make sure that just basically it's the most that it possibly can out of King of Hell. So as it kills things, it gets stronger. So I want to kill things faster. And Holy likes to make sure that if something happens to resist it while I'm trying to kill it, that is, I can actually hit the dark resistance. Poor Kunemon. Kunemon, since its level is so low compared to everybody else, is just going to be wearing two learning crystals. I haven't even figured out what its evolutions are going to be wearing because I don't know what they do yet. So once I figure out what its evolutions do, then I'll work on those. So we got a holy light extra here. Um, the only two I didn't fill. Oh, I guess I didn't fill out these three. But yeah, I could lock in Piedmon having holy light. I like that change. What's higher though? Oh, a special attack by far. Yeah, Piedmon having holy light makes sense. All right, some of the ones that I just so these guys are basically here for mobility's purpose. Like that's what they're here for, right? They're here to be mobile. Um, so they don't really need a secondary thing because they don't need acceleration charge. I could add damage to them, or I could add health to them. That would be basically the only two things I could really do. Like this would be way more reliable, I guess, if it had a fine stamina crystal. So why not? Same deal here. Low health, fine stamina crystal. Try to keep it from dying. You don't really have low health at all. You're just an interesting Digimon. But he has a crippling weakness to dark. I don't know if anybody else has a weakness that. Well, I guess you have a weakness to ground. That's pretty bad. Yeah, but the problem is he's not a vaccine, so he doesn't get that damage reduction. I think I need to go with either clarifying dark crystal or I think clarifying dark crystal makes the most sense because I really don't want to get hit by my own Gallimon because that would suck. Yeah, getting hit by this thing would suck. I don't want to get hit by it. Clarifying dark crystal. And then when you go up against Talmon, you can change this out for something else. But yeah, honestly, you don't really need to because you have the advantage against Talmon as a virus that happens to be using light skills. All right, yeah, I'll lock that in. I'm just writing it down real quick. Sorry, I'm professional on stream. All right. Oh, I also need a blue. Do I have Blue Miramon and Gigadramon in my library? Well, I don't even have this guy in my library. How do I not have Magna Angemon in my library? That's weird to me. Okay, so I don't have. How did I not get Magna Angemon? That is a real question for me to answer. I probably should have evolved through it. Oh, you know why? Because I don't have Magna Dramon. That's why. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. So I don't have Gigadramon. I don't have Blue Miramon. I'm gonna need both of those eventually. I shouldn't have Manzaimon either. Oh, I guess it counts me having Wendigomon already. I don't need to catch a Wendigomon. That's nice. So I can skip Wendigomon and go straight for Arukenimon. Yeah, I don't see Manzaimon anywhere. He should be somewhere though. Where Mega's already. Oh, right here it is. Wow, he's like literally in the middle of the screen. Would have bit me if he was a fly or a mosquito. So Phoenixmon and Seraphimon both get fine stamina crystal. By the way, if you're confused about Phoenixmon, it's because it's not a specialist. It's actually an attacker. Look at its attacks. 371 attack, 304 special attack, which makes it really weird that it gets Starlight Explosion as a special attack, but we fix it with Hell Crusher. And it has 3 different elements, which is really nice compared to this guy. Only gets 1 or 2. 1 normally, 2 with this. Um, I'm going to give, because I have it, I'm going to give him Celestial Blade. Swap them around. I like having the acceleration charges at the bottom because it's like literally the first thing I do. as Meteor Fall. Since nobody else is using it, free real estate. Now, you notice I have a lot of resources to work with. You won't have this many resources to work with normally. I've beaten the game 3 times in a row. All 3 different basic, all the non-true endings I've beaten. So that's why I have so much stuff to work with. And I've planned it out this way as well. Oh my gosh. What was it again? Oh, Hell Crusher. Good, good. You're fine with what you're doing. Alright, cool. Now we've set up our stuff. We're gonna go ahead and save here. Alright. So yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for Mugen Recollection. Let's see how far we get. And then I guess I can correct my guy to say that we don't need Windgomon. Yeah, just catch Arukenimon and go straight to Botamon. Or Beelzemon in this case. So now that changes what I need to do a little bit. Because now I need to catch Arukenimon. Recruit her, whatever. I think she shows up in the same what you call it though. In the same Mugen Recollection. Yeah, 12 and 23. I'll try to catch one from number 23 then. So let's try to see if we can get to the Jordan number in Mugen Recollections. Start. I think there's 100 of them, so. And I think they're supposed to start pretty easy for you. Alright. Let's see if you can level up. Got some vaccines over here, right? Oh, it's all vaccines actually. Is this just like the team? Oh, this is like the, well, except for these two. I don't know who you guys are, but this is like the adventure team over here. You can kind of sort of hang. You can't, like, why are you here? Falcomon, what are you doing here? You're a gangster, but you're kind of just killing the vibe here, bruh. Alright, anyway. You know what? You go kill Falcomon. He's a pretender. He's a big fat phony. So many viruses against all these vaccines. Fortunately, this isn't going to be level 41. Ooh, they're starting high. Oh, I don't have any talk curse. Dang. Oh well. So you're at a slight disadvantage here. I'll keep it real with you. I think it'll block. Not yet. A little bit. Go straight into the fray. Like I said, she's really good. She just... That's a really good Digimon. That is a really, really fantastically good Digimon. Without question. Guess I should hit something. Alright, 1-for-1 now. You don't do anything. You hang back here. Can't attack like that. Oh, dang. Are you? What? That was a lot of damage. God dang. It's gonna be close. This is only fight number one. It's already gonna be close. Granted, I didn't try to. I did put myself at an extraordinary disadvantage, seemingly on purpose. All right, let's move you this. How many steps can you move? 3. I don't want him moving to my side. No, 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 no. Keep that same energy. You had that same energy before. Keep that. Because he's pulling up right behind you. Whew, that was tough. Now, if I ran a whole bunch of datas, would it have been tough? Probably not. Ooh, that was good training, though. Yeah, we came out with everything leveling up. Well, except Paimon and what you call it. A lot of good stuff came with it, too. That's the 1 hour mark for this video. I still haven't even started part 1. Um, I don't think I'm gonna get to part 23. Not right now. I need to get all my pieces in order. So let's actually run the story real quick. I'm gonna speed run the story. Alright. Part uno and go. Cafeteria. I definitely need a new controller. This controller's drifting like hell. Classroom again. I'll probably just talk to him, right? Yeah. Yeah. So this time we are getting him up to maximum. Okay. And then we just go straight to the end of the. There we go. And then faculty room. And last one should be the bathroom, I think. Yep. Toilet. Wash closet. El baño. All right. Like I said before, acceleration charge. We can move. This that way. That's fine. We have all the SP in the world. That's not good. Think about what angle I want to hit from. Oh, you in trouble now. You going to jail now. Not gonna lie, that tattoo on his shoulder is kind of tough. The animator went off with that one. Oh well, it works. Yeah, that's the downside to being a virus. Honestly, everything about virus is downside, except for the extra acceleration charge. And you do get Celestial Blade, I guess. Well, okay. With that, we get Ali back. I'm still flabbergasted about how much XP I got from that one fight. All right. I think I want to push through to the end of part 5. So we saw Minoru here because he keeps my numbers on track. The goal is to get to 100 affinity with everybody. Alright, so part 2 of the game. Talk to Minoru. Tell him that's amazing. Talk to Rio. Some phones don't work. Talk to Oi. Tell her to be happy. Alright, so this is going to be our first free actions. Go to Minoru. Oi. I'll look out for you, right? Yeah. Alright, going to another set of exploration. Yeah, just moving forward. We'll unlock two of our characters at the end of this part. An evolution at the end of part 3. I'm not sure what. I'm not 100% sure what happens after that, but yeah. She accelerates. Just moves. That's super annoying. Yeah, like I said, it's super annoying to want to do something and not be able to do it. One left. You're kidding me. Okay, we said it. Alright. Shrine. Let's go left to right here. Come right back. He was gonna be here by himself. Talk to him. Minoru needs to trust his instincts. Oi needs to be encouraged. Go to the camera. Find the left set of tracks. Find the right set of tracks. Exit. Return. This starts the stalking event. Go here too. Just fixing some stuff. I don't like the way this section flows in my guide. There. That's better. Alright, so you do nothing. You need to go further, right? So you go here, Rosemont goes here. Podmon can go here, Andromon goes here. Gotta ensure that we get all the chests. Can't hit with hell pressure from here right now. So instead, quite do that, so... Oh, you can move right afterwards, though. That's neat. Well, yeah, you could always do that. That's done. Get involved. Hater. Alright, so go to Inner Shrine. Freebie. Riverside. Go back. Search the regular shrine lantern for a clop carrot. Oh, come on, I pressed down. Aqueduct. It's going to be a very short restoration. We're just going to go to the waterway entrance. And then right to the dam base. Oh, one change I want to make for this battle. It's going to be crucial. Okay, so we're actually going to use Fangmon here. Need to give them equipment. So you're going to get Learning Crystal ×2. You're going to get... Gotta remember what I gave her last time. Or an 8 crystal. Alright, you go ahead. Rest don't really matter.
Yoshi, 俺が行こう。絶対に勝つんだ。アロデルモン、覚悟はいいか。オーラアンジェレーション。
私の力はこんなもんじゃない。ケレスモンメディウムどうでしょう。
さてどうする。
はい、僕の出番だ。最善手。
私がやろう。
Wish there was a way for it all to hit, but can't hit all of it in one shot.
よっ。
いつでもいらっしゃい。
See how good Sarah's mon is? Nice movement, and on top of that, She just straight up has an amazing skill. Yeah, y'all chill.
最善手
Can't quite reach.
私がやろう。オーロラアンジェレーション。
いつでもいらっしゃい
Poor Andromon. You're a great tank. You're a great tank, Andromon. You're just too slow to keep up with all that stuff going on ahead of you.
最善手
Weak to dark, aren't you? I think he's weak to dark. Yeah, no, he's resistant to dark. He's weak to light.
さあ進みましょう
Being a dad that's weak to light, it's weird, but Galamon's another weird one. Well, I guess he's in the same position as Talmon. It just makes him Galmon food. Cool, we're starting part 3 quite soon. So if we wanted to, we could have already been locked into Truthful, but we need 6 more affinity now to actually make it a lock. We're going to get on our next choice with him. Irrelevant choice. Is part 3 the one where there's a lot of irrelevant choices? I think part 3 and part 4 both have a lot of choices that don't do anything. Part 1... No, most of the choices in part 1 do something. It's mostly part 3, part 4, I think. Has all the choices that don't do anything. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Literally does nothing. Oh yeah, the inner part 2 has some of those too. Yeah, that's 3 choices in a row that don't do anything. Alright. So, let's go get some affinity, guys. Actually, I'm gonna save here since it's so easy to screw this up. Wow. Since it's so easy to screw this up, I'm gonna save there. Oi. Where is she? Where is she? Up top. Shuji Isaki. Yeah, okay. Just make sure I didn't hear the sound go off. Just make sure it registered. Rio. And now we are officially locked in to Truthful route. So at this point, it's impossible for any of the children to die. However, increasing affinity with them still helps us with battle backup stuff. Haru. Risaki. Shuji. Yeah, this is a very, very long free. This is only your second free action in the game, I think, and this one's super long. Talk to Floramon. She's going to be here in the forest, as you'd expect from a flower. Don't worry, buddy. This will be the first time you survive and don't actually eat your partner. So, second floor corridor. Hit the door. Go backwards. Find the girls. Blame Minoru for us not being a pizza time. Yep. It's Minoru's fault. It always is, guys. It's always Minoru's fault. 100% of the time. Alright. So we're done with the longest, one of the longest free actions in the game. Unfortunately, we have a lot more yapping to do. This is a yap heavy chapter. I think there's literally only like one fight. No, there's two fights. I lied. But literally, the only fights are the two boss fights. So you're yapping until you get to the very end of the chapter. By the way, that was another decision that did absolutely nothing. I think there's quite a few coming up to here. The next decision that we make is going to be a decision that means something though. Yeah, the next decision means a lot because if you make the wrong decision here, then you don't get to use Agumon during the upcoming battle, which, given how hard this boss fight is in normal mode, would I think lock your game if you screwed up bad enough. Granted, this is such a suspicious situation. Like, look at her eyes. Why would you trust her? Nothing about this person seems trustworthy. And I always about to say, if she breathes, she's a thought. If she breathes, she's a thought. There we go. Of course, we're going to believe Kaido. Alright, Dracomon's in the party. That means we need to update his moveset. I'm doing a lot better with this than I did last playthrough. I always forgot until like we were already in battle, like, oh crap. And I already started the fight, so I can't even do it from the fight start page. So partner builds. So Drachmon, if you complete the Harmony ending, you're going to use a Stellar Pot. And this should be our last Holy Light. Yep. Save again. Lock that in. Go back up to chapter 3's ending. Alright, cool. Talk to either one of the boys. Starts the cutscene. Once we come back, we'll look at the suspicious thicket to get a guard break. Oh no, an attack break. Because we got a guard break during the first boss fight, so that's how we do it this way. And We're back. Sorry about that. We're back. That was the 2 hour mark. Wait, that was a 2 hour mark? Or was that a 3 hour mark? That's only 2 hours. It's not bad. We're about to be done with chapter 3. The question is, can we push all the way through to chapter 5 and finish it before 4 hours? I'm not 100% confident in that. Alright. Pick anything. She's data though. Pick a vaccine for this. Honestly, it don't really matter that hard. You just go with this. Um. Oh, I kind of want to give it to him, but I don't. Let's go here, just in case that's a dead end.
僕の番だね。ほら、これで強くなれるよ。
This movement's so crucial. I will go War Greymon since he has the best movement of the Greymon clan. You kind of get screwed over, but fortunately you have what Balmon. That'll allow you to move fast enough. Not quite.
どう戦うべきか。仕方ないね。ガイアフォーたぶってあげる。どう欺いてあげましょうか。
Alright, Well, gotta get you out of the way, so bye bye.
どう戦うべきか。
Alright, that starts a cutscene where we release the kids. Well, just two of them. But she also gets reinforcements. Yeah, Wargreymon just does not care about this pattern at all. He's like, we're nuking things and we're moving. Are you able to get up over that? Oh yeah. I think that's a hole. It's a hole. I don't think he'll be able to get up there either, though. So he has to go this way.
よし、俺が行こう。絶対に勝つんだ。アロドゥルモン、覚悟はいいか。たっぷりいたぶってあげる。最善手。
So I'll take this thing out with this. Oh, I forgot to put meteor fall on him. Well, helps here. Dang. Poor Rosemont. Well, she did a lot of work this time, at least. She just doesn't get manage to get up here. Get punched to death. So even though this isn't the final boss of chapter 2 or chapter 3, this is the hardest boss of chapter 2. So now that he's down and dead. Ooh. Starting to get hungry. About to take the peoples out to eat, bro. Gotta go and get it. Gotta go and get it. Starting to get hungry out here. Alright, so this will be my first time seeing the scene where he doesn't die. So I am going to slow it down. That's why I think it's actually going to be more than a 4-hour stream based on that. Because I'm going to slow things down for Rio. So I can see new scenes. Alright. Both of our useless guys. And one extra. That's fine. Rosemont and Sarah's mom take care of it. So your natural, I guess her natural movement amount's not that bad. It is 4. It's just her skills are so constrained that it feels like she has bad movement. Whereas Floramon here has a really good skill. So it feels like her movement's really good, even though it's only 4 as well. Like this. See? I can already hit that guy. Even though, yeah. Look at the difference in blocks. I wouldn't have been able to hit him with Rosemont. Rosemont would have been right here. Technically closer, but still can't hit him. That's why Sarah's Mons feels so much better than Rosemont. We can move these guys forward. They'll be fine. They can help clean up. Level 37. I highly doubt they'll end up dead against a bunch of level 13s. Alright, so we're going to get a Digivolution scene that's going to backslide us to Vegemon for some reason. But yeah, Sarazmon's movement means that basically any enemy within her movement and her skill combined mean that any enemy within 3 plus 5, 8 tiles of you can be hit. And that skill has a very, very high poison rate. Now, without a question, Rosemont hits way hard when she does get to it. But poison can be more useful than this sometimes. Alright, re-evolve.
ケレスモンメディウムどうでしょう。
Um, yeah, I could use him to do that, but I'll just move forward. Kunemon has higher speed than Cyclonemon right now? That's insane. Okay, another copy of St. Knuckles. Dang. That would actually hurt her a bit. Given she's a data that's weak to fire.
いつでもいらっしゃい。
Get poisoned. There you go. Get owned by poison. All right.
Oh my.
だからお前なんてどうでもいいんだよ。動かない方がいいよ。
Just slow down your YouTube.
死ななかったと。
I know a lot of people are on Twitch, so sorry about that. But just slow down your YouTube if you want to see what I'm reading. Cause I'm gonna read it at my speed. I'm not gonna read it at the auto scroller speed.
どうして
たくまたちはあいつら。
ねえ、母親から連絡なんて。
ママ。ああ。
ああ、来たんだね君。りょう。
Okay, so this is playing out pretty similar to how I did the first time.
But
でもさ、りょうくんとは。
りょう。
確かにやばいな。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the hands are coming. They're coming.
気のせいか。おい、
死んでたことも
Hey, bro. Yeah, tackle him. Wake him up.
今だ。うわったく。ち。あ、ま。
You gonna grab him up? What you think?
よし。
You come with me, feel it or not.
おとなしくしてろ。
You're gonna fear it like I showed you the spirit of God lives in us.
よ、大丈夫か。しっかりしろ。ち。何か。言ってんだよお前ら。酔ってたがってタックルかましてんじゃねえ。
No more sad music. No more sad music. No more sad music. There we go. Play my victory music. We're officially on Truthful route. Rare achievement unlocked. Path to the truth. Took the Truthful route. Yeah, I just unlocked it. I just unlocked the achievement for going Truthful route. Let's go, baby.
おいみんな、りょうくんは無事なの？よかった、切り晴れた。
It's funny how the entire truth was locked behind this dummy not getting himself killed.
あ、てめえ。さっき俺にぶつかってきただろ。まあ、助かったからいいけどな。ありがとうよ。
That's right. Kunemon's our favorite. Kunemon. Kunemon.
今、クネモンにお礼言ったのか？
You better thank him.
えくらい言うよ。命を助けてもらったんだからよ。
Type shit, type shit.
俺らにはお礼言わないんすか？ねえねえ、りょう先輩。うるせえ、調子乗んな。
Senpai. I'm glad we got up to this part. I don't know if I'm going to push all the way through. I think we start chapter 4 on a new episode. I think we do. I'll let this be 2 hours and a little bit of change, and then we start chapter 4 on a new episode for sure. For sure. For shizzle. None of you are going to die, but okay, sure. I mean, it's realistic from their perspective. Yeah, we all might die. I mean, there's definitely something trying to kill you. A few things, actually. Thing is, it's not just based on your emotions. The fog can also just catch you lacking. Like it caught it caught Saki lacking because she was trying to help somebody, and it was like, no. It caught Miyu lacking because she thought it was somebody who needed to be helped. Saki just got caught slipping from behind. Like she was just doing her own thing, moving about her day, and the fog just came out of nowhere with the hands just like, gotcha, bitch. and she was dead. Like I was like, why did it happen like that? She didn't do nothing wrong. She just got caught lacking. And if that's the case, then why doesn't the fog just always show up and just kill people whenever it feels like?
たくま
ずっと
うん
アグモンと出会って見てもなあアグモン修二さんみたいにズタバタして
たくま
帰りたいよ。何が何でも帰りたい。
Okay. So yeah, we'll call the episode right here. 'Cause I have a feeling we're about to see the splatter, the blood splatter for chapter 4. So as always, without further ado, I've been me. You've been awesome. I shall catch you on the next one. Peace. Just looking around my inventory and stuff real quick. Are you able to evolve yet? No, right? I wonder when he's gonna get his Evo unlocked. You don't have Wendigomon as a Dark Evo?